I just had to eat me a cracker. I was getting the munchies late at night. How's everybody doing tonight? I got bored. It's been rainy all day or overcast, and I didn't want to really get started doing much of anything outside because I was afraid it would rain on me. I did get a few things done though. I got a short video done, and there's Frida and Jackie, Paula. Hello, ladies. I was wondering if there was anybody still up. I got bored. I've been basically in the house all day. I did go out and I transplanted some of my lettuce because I was getting too much lettuce in that little container that I planted the seed in. So I transplanted each little lettuce to a different pot. And I've got it all in the greenhouse. I'm hoping it'll be okay in there. But we're supposed to get some thunderstorms later tonight, and they said some of them may be severe. I just hope we don't get any hard winds and stuff in them. Yep, there's Donna. I don't think we can handle any more wind. I've got my greenhouse all but anchored to China, keeping it from pulling the plastic off of it. But I don't want my pots of lettuce dumped off the shelves because I ran out of floor space, and I ended up putting my pots that I transplanted on the shelves in there. And there's Edith. Well, we got quite a few ladies in here tonight. We've got 12 people watching so far. Jackie Horn, Paula Bordeaux, Donna Placedia, Frida Cassidy, Edith Margaret Harris. Welcome, everybody. I was getting bored. I just had to go live and see if anybody out there was still awake. I know, I can't handle it being inside all day. I've just got to get out and do something. Like I said, I did transplant my lettuce. I put out a couple of more sunflowers, or transplanted them. Well, it's not raining here right now, but they said we're supposed to get some severe thunderstorms about 1 a.m., something like that. About midnight, a little after. Oh, well, I don't know why it's not a hard name to pronounce. My daughter's name is Margaret. I named her Margaret after my grandmother. I mean, it's been rainy off and on, but it hasn't rained enough to really wet the ground. I dug holes to put out those couple of sunflowers that I transplanted today, and the top of the ground was wet, but when you dug just an inch or two down under it, it was all dry. So I'm hoping we do get a good shower sometime during the night, but nothing severe. I know they've had some bad tornadoes in parts of Texas. Not here, though. Expected wind 40 miles per hour tonight. Winter storm warning. Snow tomorrow. In Amarillo. Oh, wow. Well, it's been chilly. I mean, the temperature has chilled off. I put on long pants today. I definitely wasn't outside in shorts. But it's like 56 degrees right now. I couldn't hardly see the the temperature on that bar down there. It's 56 degrees right now. And it was only like 60 something some today. 65 maybe. Yeah, I got hungry just before I went live, and I had made some tuna fish salad, and I was out of sliced bread, so I had some crackers. So I was eating crackers and tuna fish salad. It's been real calm here today, but it may get rough later tonight. I'm drinking strawberry lemonade, y'all. I went from Coke and Pepsi to lemonade. So I've been drinking all different flavors of lemonade. It is good. I love lemonade, just straight lemonade. I love the different flavors of lemonade. I just love lemonade. I've drank it ever since I can remember. I'm sitting here cross stitch and having iced tea. Well, good for you, Jackie. I could have crocheted some on my bedspread today, but my hands are so stiff, from arthritis in the joints that I hate to even get started on it. And then my allergies, I'll start sneezing and coughing once I get started with all the little fuzzies that start flying around. Tea is your drink of choice, Paula? I love tea as well. I mean, I drink iced tea, hot tea. But years ago, I would drink nothing but iced tea. And then I got started drinking lemonade. And I can't get enough of lemonade. And I used to make it with all fresh lemons. Now sometimes I make it with fresh lemons. And sometimes it's the lemonade mix with the artificial sweetener. Yeah, I have ice in this. This thing is full of ice. But sometimes I'll drink a cup of hot tea before I go to bed, and it kind of settles my body down. My grandmother, my mom's mom, she loved her hot tea. She drank a cup of hot tea off and on all day, I think. She just loved her hot tea. I never saw her drink iced tea, but she loved her hot tea. Seemed like I hear thundering. Thundering coming in the distance. I did a little bit of cross stitching, but I haven't done anything in many years on cross stitching. I embroidered a little bit, and I haven't done anything on that in years either. My mom used to love to do that stuff. Back in the day, yeah, I know. And now you can find soft drinks in the bottles, the old-timey bottles, just like they were years ago. In some stores, they have a few of them, not many, but they do have them. And a lot of people love Dr. Pepper from Dublin, Texas, because that's where it's bottled, it's made and bottled, and you still get it in bottles. And I tell you what, when that stuff comes to the stores, some people come in and buy the whole bunch of it. They'll buy cases and cases of it, because then they'll come back the next month when they stock up again and buy it all up again. Oh yes, that frozen lemonade is real good. And I love orange juice that way too. I buy my frozen orange juice and I mix it with water. I'd rather have that than to have the in the carton, or the orange juice in the bottle. And something else I do, once in a while I'll buy the frozen daiquiri mixes, and I don't drink alcohol, but they make the best icy in the summertime when you just want something cold. Just get it and mix it like it they say, and don't put any alcohol in it, but just put it on ice. Oh my God, it's so good. Especially the strawberry daiquiri. That is such a good drink when you just put it on ice. No alcohol. I got some from my mom one time, and it was really hot that day. I said, Mom, you want a strawberry daiquiri? she looked, she looked at me like, what? She said, I don't want any alcohol. I said, no, Mom, this is a virgin strawberry daiquiri. There's no alcohol in it. You'll love it. I said, I drink them all the time. It's just the daiquiri mix with the strawberries, but it's non-alcoholic. And I fixed her and me a great big one, and she loved it, but she couldn't drink it all. It was too cold. It definitely cooled her off. Hey there, cola in a glass or a plastic can? Well, you know, it took me forever to get used to drinking out of the can, because it seemed like you could taste the aluminum of the can when you went to drink the drink. And I was so used to drinking it out of the glass bottle, because I grew up drinking Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle. And when they first switched to those aluminum cans, I like to died. I said, man, you can't drink this stuff out of a can. All you taste is the can. Yeah, they don't do anything like they used to, Edith. Yes, I bought a refurbished Vitamix and like to buy frozen limeade and blend it with a lot of ice in the summer. Yeah, it makes a good, refreshing, almost dessert, but it's a drink, and it does cool you off. And at least, you know, like the strawberry daiquiris, it's got some strawberry in it. Yeah, the frozen pink lemonade is real good. I've gotten that before. So how is everybody doing tonight? Are you bored like me? I was bored out of my mind. I said, I got to go live and chat with people. And there's Tamara Aimling. Hello. Well, I like to put honey in my tea, my iced tea. I usually sweeten it, or like to sweeten it with honey. Yeah, that is thunder rumbling way off in the distance. And it's only 9 o'clock. We got 3 or 4 hours before that storm is supposed to hit, but it might hit early. Yeah, everything is done with chemicals nowadays. You don't know what you're drinking. That's why one reason so many people like to grow their own vegetables in their garden is because you don't know what people are putting to their vegetables when they're growing them for market. I'm doing great, Tamara. How are you? And Donna. It was too quiet, so decided to check out YouTube. Well, good, Jackie. It was quiet here. I've been by myself all day, me and my plants and my fur babies. Fur babies are sleeping right now. So I said, well, I can't stand the quiet much longer. And I've been uploading videos and trying to do that. So I got 2 videos uploaded. And I said, well, I don't have any more to upload tonight, so I'm going live. I don't care what time it is. So here I am. And there's Alicia. Hello, Alicia. I'm glad I caught you live. I'm from North Carolina. I've been enjoying your videos. Well, you know, I'm originally from North Carolina. I'm from Atkinson, North Carolina. It's about 20 miles inland from Wilmington. So what part of North Carolina are you from, Alicia? And there's Shatika. Hello. I'm just curious of how close you might be to where I'm from in North Carolina, Alicia. If you don't mind telling us. What was that? Well, that Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Wilkesboro. I've heard of it, but I've never been there. And there's Neckbone Grizzle. Hello. Who was that came in here with that statement of hi shit ass? What was that all about? I don't even remember who it was. I didn't see the name. Donna got whoever it was. I'm glad you did. I can't imagine why they even came in here and said that. About 1 hour from Winston-Salem. And see, I never went to Winston-Salem growing up either. We pretty much stayed toward the East Coast. Yeah, I can't remember who it was came in and she says, hi, shit ass. It's like, what was their problem? I just found out about Gun Barrel, Texas. What a cool name, right? I've never been there, but I've heard a little bit about it, not much. Wrong spelling. What were they trying to say? Hey, Pat. Welcome. There's Pat Watson. Cussing like sailors. You got that right, Edith. I don't know what it was all about it. I didn't see the name. I just glanced at the statement and it said, hi shit ass or something like that. Pat said she saw a glimpse of it. Maybe somebody's having a bad night. I don't know. I mean, we all have bad nights, don't we? Paula said they're ate up with dumb. Yeah, somebody with nothing else to do. Yeah, I worked hard on 2 videos today. I was able to get that done between showers and, well, of course, one of them I did in the house. Yeah, that's what all the trolls are about. They have nothing better to do than to come in somebody's live and make off the wall comments. Try to cause problems. Frida Cassidy said, bed? Are you in bed, Frida? Yes, you're in bed. Well, that's a good place to be. That's where I was earlier. I got so tired it was just about the time the sun started going down. It wasn't dark yet, but I just got so tired. So I went to bed. I got under my blankets and I laid down and I tried to go to sleep. I think I did doze off for about 5 minutes and I was laying down for about an hour and then I got up. Encouraging everybody to do a thumbs up. Yep, it's late night Friday night, y'all. And we got nothing to do but to chat. I don't go anywhere on Friday night. Years and years ago, I used to go out with a girlfriend of mine. She was divorced. I was divorced. So we'd go to Fort Worth. Sometimes go to Cowtown or to PR's, which is a bar, but it's a strip club. On certain nights, they have male strippers in there, and they call it ladies' night. So we'd go in there on ladies' night. Oh, my God. You have never heard so many women scream and holler in all your life as they did in that place. I mean, I was there like this because the women around me were screaming so loud it was hurting my ears. And of course, we go to some of the clubs and just dance, walk around, chat with the people, have a good time, and come home. Jackie said, "Hey, I love chatting." I do too. I love getting you ladies and gentlemen on here and just chatting away with you. We got a Sonic 2023 in here. Hello. Welcome to our late night chat. Linda was saving up dollar bills. Now, there's a place in Dallas, at the edge of Dallas. It's called La Bears. That is a male strip club. And I went there with some of my girlfriends one time, or several times. And it's a fun place to go. Because the strippers there, they get to dancing and they come off the stage and they'll dance with you and just show you a good time, just fooling around. And I spent a couple of dollars here and there. I did that at PR's too, but we didn't go there a whole lot. I mean, it was a good hour and a half drive to La Bears from here. Maybe close to 2 hours drive up there. But that was many years ago. Don't go out there like that anymore. I know one time me and a bunch of ladies got up on the stage with the La Bears dancers, and you do the bunny hop. We got in a long trail with the dancers in between us, and we were holding on and we were doing the bunny hop around the stage, It was fun. You need to find a place like that, Edith. Well, I'm sure they've got one in every state somewhere. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, but I did go out to the clubs to dance and stuff. Just be socializing and get out of the house. But, that was a long time ago. I don't even go out anymore. My night out is a late night at Walmart to buy something. Pick up a loaf of bread or something. Or go through a drive-through and get a burger. That's my night out. Is there an age limit? Yeah, you had to be, at least, I don't know if it was 18 or 21 you had to be to get in there. You never been to a strip club? Well, they strip down to a little old skimpy G-string. They're just covering the bare essentials. Yeah, see, I didn't never drink, so I didn't have to worry about driving home drunk if I drove because I was fine. It was the other ladies that would drink, not me. Master Blaster? No, I don't remember Master Blaster. What is Master Blaster? MTT. I say MTT, but I got your name backwards. I put the M from mall and then put TTT. But what is Master Blaster? I don't know what that is. Is that some kind of drink or something? Yeah, I think you had to be 21 to get in because they served alcohol. And I think then you had to be 21 to drink. But I remember one time we went up there, me and a college friend of mine, she and I bought new outfits. We were dressed to the T, hair done, high heels. Look, I mean, we look killer. We didn't have reservations, and it was on a night where the place was packed and all the tables were taken that all had reserved on them. we walked in, and one of the guys walked up to us and said, "Hi, ladies, have you got your reservation?" And we said, "No, we didn't know we needed one." And the guy looks around and he says, "Well," he said, "it doesn't matter." He said, "I'm not letting anybody look as good as you do stand up." So he walked over to one of the smaller tables up toward the stage, pulled the reservation sign off of it, and said, "There's your table." So see, looking good and being young pays off sometimes. We got somebody's reserved table, and I'm sure they weren't happy about it, because when they got there, they didn't have a table anymore. Oh, I mean, is there a maximum age limit? Well, I wouldn't think so. I mean, you got to be of age to be able to go in a place where they're serving alcohol, but there's no maximum age limit. As long as you can get in the door, they'll take your money. They don't care. You can't come in, you're too old. Yeah, right. No, Edith, they would let you in. You could get in, LeBears. They don't care how old you are. Your money spends just as good as the young ones do. Edith says, "I want to find a place like that for me and some of the ladies." Well, you go online and you'll find some kind of a dance club close to where you're at, I'm sure. Some kind of a male strip club. They got them all over. Just about anywhere you go, they've got a strip club somewhere, especially in the bigger cities. We don't actually have a strip club here in Granbury, but one club that my friends own, and I did work at the door for a short time, selling memberships, taking up admission fees, and that type of thing. Once in a while, they would have a special night where they'd have either female strippers in or they'd have male strippers in. And I tell you what, on the nights that they were there, the place was packed. They even had a live bear in there, 400-pound bear. And Denny Mullins wrestled that bear. But he was as tame as one of the kitty cats outside, one of my fur babies. He practically raised it, trained it. He could do anything with that bear. That bear wouldn't hurt him unless he fell on him by mistake. A few years ago, some of us nurses went to Vegas to see Donnie Osmond and grab a buffet dinner. Came home next morning, but Donnie injured his maxis buttock muscle partway through. Jackie says, "Our idea of a wild and woolly weekend." I've been to Vegas twice, no, 2 or 3 times. I went with my daughter, her mother-in-law, and her husband, my son-in-law. We went up there for the weekend. It was a lot of fun. We went in and saw shows. We saw river dance. We saw, I can't remember the name of the show, but it was where all of the guys were dressed with it like females. And when you went in and they came on stage, you didn't know that they were guys. One was just dressed like Joan Rivers, and he was like hosting the show and doing all the announcing. You couldn't tell that was not Joan Rivers. He sounded like Joan Rivers. He looked like Joan Rivers. And all of the performers were dressed like famous singers, and they would sing their songs, and you didn't know they were not that person until the end of the show. They brought out a long table on stage. All of the performers stood behind the table looking at the audience, and they proceeded to take off their wigs part of their dress to show you, I'm not who you thought I was. I am a man. That blew my mind. Do you know if you used your credit card, it would show up as rented? D? What? Drag show? I've never heard of that. Yeah, talk to your recreation therapist. Have her plan a trip to a strip club for you ladies. Tell her to make your day or make your night. That was many years ago. It was a lot of fun, and it was all innocent fun. I went up there one time with a friend of mine. It was her bachelorette party, and a bunch of us girls drove up there in my car. We went up. But she was getting a little bit expensive. She wanted this, that, and the other all paid for her. And it's like, I got a limit, y'all. I bought you one round of drinks. I paid for your way in. I brought you up here. Now you're on your own. Jackie says, there used to be an ice show in Vegas. I did not know it was in the nude. They did an entire ice show in the nude. I wondered what happened when they fall. I don't know. They got pretty cold, I'm sure. There was one show in Vegas we went to, and it was awesome. I mean, you go in this theater, and we were up on high seats, looking down at the stage. And the stage floor opened up, and it was like a swimming pool. They were in and out of the water. They had stuff rising up from the water. It was an awesome show. But I don't remember what the name of it was. And then, we saw River Dance, which was awesome because I love River Dance. The performers, I love to see them dance. And my daughter said we would have went to see Celine Dion, but her show was totally sold out. Yeah, I can imagine a cracked phone screen makes it difficult typing. And the disco was fun, yeah. There was a drag show bar in Gun Barrel City where the men dressed as women and performed. Well, I had mentioned one time on one of my lives a while back, some friends of mine used to go, they lived in San Francisco for a short time. And you got to know this couple. They're just comical. They're sweetest, just as sweet as they can be. But they're comical, some of the things they do, and you can't help but laugh and smile at them. I mean, it just warms your heart. But Jesse was up there one time. He was telling us the story. And he said he wasn't with Patsy, but he went into this bar and he looked around. He said, I thought I died and went to heaven. He said there was the most beautiful women in that bar you've ever seen in your life, and not a one male in there. I was the only man in the whole bar with all these beautiful women. And he says, I just went over there and slid in a seat at a booth and, ordered some drinks. And all of a sudden, here comes one of these good-looking ladies, slipped in the bar beside him, or the booth beside him, put his hand on his leg, started kind of rubbing his knee and talking to him. I mean, she was getting all cozied up to him, all that kind of thing. So he decided, oh, well, let's see how far she wants to take this. So he puts his hand on her leg and starts rubbing. And all of a sudden, he ends up with his hand between her legs going up her skirt, because her skirt was way up to her hips anyway. And he said he got hold of something he didn't want to get hold of. And about that time, another good-looking woman comes up there telling him off, trying to steal my man or my lady, I don't know what it was said, but he was about to get in a fight with him because that other one had slipped in there beside him. He thought the whole time it was a woman. And he said before he knew it, they had him by the arm and the legs, and they picked him up and carried him to the door and threw him out on the street. And he said till this day he laughs about that. But I said I would have loved to have been there and just seen it, you know. I would have seen that happening to him because I know how funny it would have been. And I teased him. I said, well, I bet you're careful about the bars you go into now and the pretty women that are in there. If you go into another bar and there's nothing but a bunch of outrageously good-looking women in there, you know you're in the wrong place. Yeah, could you imagine? He thought he was hitting on a woman and it was a guy dressed like a woman. I would have died. But you never know nowadays. You know, these drag queens, they go all out when they dress like women. They don't spare on the makeup. They don't spare on the wigs. They don't spare on the clothes. And they end up looking better than most women out there. I knew one because I worked with them in Fort Worth. There was two of them that worked there. And they'd enter these drag queen contests, you know, where they dress like women. And one of them was kind of chubby. And we asked him one day, they said, how did you tone your waistline down to get in those long gowns and sexy dresses? He said, duct tape works wonders. Yeah, met a lady by Carol. She was absolutely gorgeous and turned out to be a man. I never had any idea. Yeah, he said you can take a roll of duct tape and start at your hips and wrap it around your waist and get all the way up here. And he said you don't have to worry about it rolling down or moving because once you wrapped in duct tape, it ain't moving nowhere. And he said you keep that slim waistline through the whole evening. I said then I'd hate like that Dickens to have to pull that tape off. Because I said he probably had a whole roll of duct tape wrapped around his body. Yeah, some even have their beards laser removed to remove all the stubble so you can't see any trace of a beard. Some of them have implants put in to, you know, give them boobies. I mean, I go through TikTok just strolling through to see what's on there sometimes. And you see occasionally one that'll be sitting there with the hair, what do you call that, cap that you put on your hair before you put your wig on. And they're putting their makeup on and you know it's a guy. But all this makeup he's got on his face, he looks beautiful. I mean, I don't look a fraction that good. But if I put all that kind of makeup on me, I'd look like a clown. They end up having surgery, Edith. They have implants put in to give them a female chest. My girlfriend and I and our guys got escorted out of the bar because it was on men only. Yeah, you can go in the men only clubs where they're actually dressed as men, and then you got the other ones where they're all dressed exactly like women and they look like the most beautiful women in the world, but they're all men. LeBear has a TikTok page. I wouldn't doubt it. I've never looked to see. Huh. Oh, I don't think I can get on TikTok with this. I don't think I know I don't have the app on this. But you know, most of those dancers that work at LeBare's, they're mostly college students, and a lot of them are working their way through college, and that's how they make their money. And I imagine some of them make so much money they just do that and they don't care about going to college. But you can tell they're college students, most of them, because they're so young. I mean, they're barely of age to get in the club themselves and they're dancing there. Oh well, I can't get on here. And this thing is so slow. And there's Twisted Cap 17. Hello. Good night, love. Are you leaving us already? You just came in. My girlfriend, I think it was for the alternative lifestyle. Huh. We're just in here chatting, Twisted Cap 17. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to join our chit chat tonight on late night Friday night. Yeah, I told my son when he first started dating, I said, you better beware of these good looking women out there. Some of them are too good looking. And if they're too good looking to be true, they may not be women. And sometimes that's true. The last time I heard, Master Blaster was still at LeBare training new dancers. Oh, okay. Well, just come in and say something, Twisted Cap 17. What is Master Blaster? I still don't know. I don't think you told me. If you did, I didn't see the chat. I mean the remark. Yeah, Edith, if we had all the money, like the money that Dolly spent on surgeries and nips and tucks and wigs and makeup and everything else, we could look as good as she does too. If you never had kids, and I'm not putting her down because I love Dolly Parton. But she does look good to be her age. I think she's a year older than I am, and she looks darn good. Yeah, I've often said that if I had the money to get all the nips and tucks and all the surgeries that some people do to look good, I would look good too. Even if I had the money, though, I'd be kind of terrified to go through all the surgeries. Because, you know, you see some horror stories about some of those surgeries that went bad, where they got bad surgeons and they come out looking like animals. One lady come out looking like a lion, and she stuck with it the rest of her life. Well, I need to suck. I need to suck the fat out of my belly, my stomach, but I don't need it in my behind. Yeah, they don't need to take it out of my belly and put it in my behind, that's for sure. My behind is big enough. I said if I could take my stomach and push it up here, I'd be a Dolly Parton, wouldn't I? Oh my goodness. As you can probably see, I am a big fan. He was a LeBare dancer. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. TT Mall, TTT Mall. Kimberly Kardashian got that surgery. Well, I don't think she needed it. I think her butt was big enough to begin with. She may have made it bigger. I don't know. Yeah, Dolly Parton went overboard with everything she did, but she made a lot of money doing it. She had good business sense, plus being a good performer. That's how she got that big in the beginning. Oh my God. In 2007, I weighed 350. I had gastric bypass surgery and lost to 217 pounds in 18 months. Wow, that was a lot fast. That was over 100 pounds you lost in 18 months. Jackie says her and a friend went to see Wayne Newton, I guess about 7 or 8 years ago at a local casino where I was working at the time. He had to walk right in front of us as he walked to the stage. I never cared much for Wayne Newton. I don't know why, but I really haven't. I would not pay money to go hear him. Put it that way. I mean, he's an all right guy, but I don't know why. I never liked him. I just don't. I know, he looks odd. Still at 135. Well, good for you, T Mall. Triple T Mall. Wayne had too much work done. Yeah, there can be a fact that people get too much done sometimes, and it looks fake. It looks overdone. He was good on Bonanza. I didn't know Wayne Newton had ever been on Bonanza. I really did not care for him either, but went with her. Oh, okay. Well, since it's rained a little and rained around us a lot, my allergies haven't been quite as bad. I haven't actually taken any allergy medicine since last night. Oh, he was on some of the earlier bonanzas. Maybe I didn't see those. Probably didn't see those. I used to love watching Bonanza. Plastic surgery ruined Kenny Rogers' face. Yeah, he started looking kind of odd too. And there's Jana. Hey, Jana, how are you doing this evening? I told everybody I got bored. Marilyn Monroe had a lot of plastic surgery. Really? I didn't know that. She was another good-looking woman. It's sad that what happened to her happened, the way she died. Really? I didn't know that. I never saw Wayne sing on Bonanza. Yeah, I know, Jana. It'll be that way for a while. Have you heard any more about whether you're going to have to pay that $20,000? I think that your husband left owing the IRS? Or is that still in the process and you got to wait on it? Oh, wow, T-Maw. Chatting while packing, taking a motorcycle trip to New Orleans in the morning. Oh, no, one of the cars was repossessed yesterday. I'm sorry. That's awful. Well, are you still waiting to hear about the IRS situation or what's going on with that? Well, good, Alicia. Oh, wow. She got a free tummy tuck and olive. It's still not gone before the judge. Hmm. Have they even set a date? Or are you still waiting for them to even set a time to do it? Well, thank you, Jackie. I'm glad you enjoy the gardening shows, videos. Because I do a lot of work in my garden, in my yard. You want to try to make cowboy candy. It's not hard at all. It takes a little time to do it, cut up your peppers but the rest of it is not hard at all. That's all you can do, Jana, is put one foot in front of the other every day and just keep going. It'll get better. Sooner or later, all these problems will get worked out and you'll be able to breathe easy and keep going. It is good if you like hot stuff because they're made with jalapenos mostly, or all the hot peppers, so it can be pretty hot. Yeah, I guess I'm glad to be content. Not much else I can do. I put one up one time, Edith, and the last time I did it, it didn't get any results. So I finally just took it down because I have to go in every month and update everything to keep it going. The first one, I didn't know I had to do that, and they shut it down. So when I went back, I had to start a new one. And I did start a new one because some people said, you need to start a GoFundMe. Well, I did, and nothing was paid into it. So I've let it go, and I'm not going to start another one. If people want to give me money for any reason, they can send it to me in the mail. They can go to, I think I've got a PayPal account below my videos. So there's ways that you can get it to me if they want to send money. But I'm not going to start another GoFundMe. I started one to try to help build a fence around my property because I can't afford it. And it didn't get anywhere. The chow chow I like because the way I make mine with the green tomatoes and some green peppers and very little cabbage because I don't really like to use cabbage in it. But the last batch that I did, it was mostly cabbage. And that's the way a lot of people make it, is with cabbage. But I made it mostly with green tomatoes and sweet peppers. And it tastes almost like pickle relish, sweet pickle relish, and I loved it. So the next batch that I make is going to be like the first one I made. It's going to be like sweet pickle relish, not like the last one that I made. I mean, it's good too, but I like the other one better. Yeah, sometimes you just got to take a day, forget about stuff, and just breathe. That's all it is to it, Jana. One day at a time. I know it's hard. I know, I mean, my husband didn't die on me. We got divorced, and it's almost like your husband dying because he's not there anymore. He's not there to bring home the paycheck. He's not there. You know, he gave me the money. I paid the bills, but I paid it with the money he made. Well, and I hadn't worked since I'd been married because I was home raising my kids. And we got divorced after moving to Texas, so I had to go to work. It was a big change. And I said, I don't know if I can do this, but I had 2 kids. I had to. And just a year after I went to work, I injured my back and neck. That knocked me down again. So I know exactly what you're going through, kind of. I mean, like I said, I didn't lose my husband to death. He's still alive, but we are divorced. He's in North Carolina. I'm here in Texas. But it changed my whole way of living. It changed the way my kids lived because their dad was not here. It's 56 degrees here right now. And I think one night this coming week, it's going to get down to 34. But then the other nights, it's going to be in the 50s, I think. Yeah, that's what I say, Jana. Find something that makes you happy and do it. You'll be surprised when you get your mind off of the problems, it makes such a huge difference. I feel so much better when I'm out in the yard working in my garden or just mowing my yard than I am sitting in the house all day long. I'm the type of person that goes stir crazy if I'm just sitting, and I don't want to do housework. I mean, I keep my house okay, but I used to keep my house spotless. Nothing was out of place. But I've got to the point where I know that doesn't matter that much anymore. My house is clean. It's livable. You know, I've got a lot of stuff here, but it's all in its place. It's not cluttered. I'm not a hoarder, that's for sure. Being a nurse and taking care of children makes me happy. So that's what you need to do, Jana. Spend your time with children. I mean, if you're working as a nurse, maybe you can work with children. I don't know, but maybe on your time off, if you have any. I know nurses have long working hours, but on some of your time off, volunteer at a hospital or a children's hospital or something in a children's ward and make their life a little bit better, and it'll make yours better too. Tamara's a nurse and a widow as well. Jana's a pediatric nurse. Fred Romero, happy Friday. I'm back to visit and chat. That's why we're here, Fred. We were bored, so we got online to chat with one another. Have fun. Talk, joke with one another. And Robert, you can draw his Social Security at 60. And there's Rated RJ. Hello to you too. There are parents with disabled children who would love a nurse to help and give them a date night. Learn to ride a motorcycle. It's free and lots of new friends. Oh my goodness. If I started riding a motorcycle, I'd probably get a lot of friends that I don't want to meet. Because I'd come across all the bad ones. And there's Ruth Thomas. Hello, Ruth. How are you doing this evening? You started your career in the neonatal unit. Oh, wow. I've often wondered why the nurses have such long working hours, but I guess it's because they're shorter nurses. Not that many women go into nursing and become a full-fledged nurse, so the hospitals have to work the nurses that are there long shifts to be able to cover all the hours, I guess. Tamara says, I'm an RN on an inpatient physical rehab unit in a hospital. And Rated RJ says, I'm raising my kids mostly working through years of hardship. I've got a soft spot for your situation. You're a champ. And Ruth is doing, we're all doing, with a smile. Jackie Horn says, yeah, I bought a 3-wheel motorcycle last year and I'm having a blast on it. We care for people with brain injury, strokes, burns, and amputees. Well, it's good that you're doing that, but I can imagine that's kind of a hard job. I'm so soft-hearted with people that it would probably affect me too much to work with people like that. I don't know. I mean, I've not done it before, but I don't know if I could handle it. I don't know how to explain it. Bikers are not bad. My group benefit riders of East Texas raised $13,000 for home for the displaced kids. Oh, I know they're not. I've known a lot of bikers before, and a lot of them look rough and tough, and some of them might have gotten in trouble, but they really weren't bad people. But I've listened to them talk about some of the bad motorcycle groups that are pretty bad. I was walking through the office and Tiny Dancer was playing in our overhead office speakers, and I love that people in the waiting room lobby were singing out loud. Oh, wow, that was neat. I have friends that are Catholics and Banditos. Yeah, thank goodness for nurses like you, Jana and Tamara. Jackie says, I'm a retired critical care nurse, 47 years of heart and lung surgeries and organ transplants. And there's Alphasia, Garba. Hello, welcome to our chat. I know I come across a post on Facebook today, and it was a picture of Elon there, and it said the first 136 people to type done in the comments under his post would get money. If you need money, it says type done in the comments. Well, I typed done in the comments, and I was under the 136 people. So we'll see if he sends me any money. I doubt it, because it probably wasn't him that put the post up there. Our biker group's Ride with Amarillo is constantly doing fundraisers. Well, I knew some members of a biker club that knew the Hells Angels and said they were pretty bad people. They said, you got to be careful around them. Don't hold your breath, Linda. Biker groups ride with them. Don't hold my breath on what, Tamara? That'd be awesome if I wasn't a scam. Doesn't sound like Elon, though. Yeah, I don't think Elon put that up. I think somebody else put his picture on their post and put that statement there to see how many people that would answer it and put done in the comments. Exactly, Jana. T-Mall, retired 911 operator here, 33 years dispatching for 911 existed. Wow. That's a long time, T-Mall. Of course, he's got enough money he could give some of it away to people like me, but I don't think he will. He'd have the whole world typing done in the comments to get some of his money. Rated RJ said, now you're on a hackers group list in India. LOL, here come the scam calls. Share the wealth, yep. I got a toll text. We don't have toll roads in Iowa. We don't have toll roads here either. I mean, they might in Dallas. There might be a toll road up there. I don't know. I've never been through one. And there's Melissa Fran. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you again. Yeah, you know it's a scam if you live in a city and there's no toll roads and somebody's trying to tell you you owe back tolls. You know something's wrong. Bad weather again tomorrow. Well, I think it's going to flare up after tomorrow here, but we may get supposed to get rain through the night about midnight, 1 a.m., something like that. I'm so glad I moved from North Dallas to west of Fort Worth. The kids are loving the new school. Well, good, rated RJ. That's a good deal. I don't know if I could live in Dallas. That's too congested for me. Fort Worth is even too congested for me, most of it. Watched but quiet. Where's all the regular girls? I don't know. I guess they're sleeping. We got new girls. We got Edith and Jana and Ruth and Jackie. Who knows, Ruth? We need to get some more, but I don't know if we're going to get any stimulus or not. I mean, I lived in New York City when I was a little girl. But I guess the area we lived in wasn't that bad. But I don't remember a whole bunch about adult stuff, living in the city. I was a kid growing up, so kids my age didn't pay attention to stuff that's going on. And then when I was 8 or 9, we moved back to North Carolina where my dad was from. And that was way out in the country. With nothing going on out in the country. Except the field being plowed or being planted. I don't know. I guess they're watching other people's lives. They haven't been in my lives in a long time, Melissa. Susan is welcome back anytime she wants to come. She just hasn't been here. Shelley is too, and I don't know about Connie. Jan is still worried about Anthony, the cop that said his house was haunted. Well, he said he was going to rent it out, and he had somebody that wanted to rent it, so. Yeah, Susan was the one that sent me my sweet potato. She sent me a couple of sweet potatoes, and they were the only sweet potatoes I ever got the slips from. I put them in a jar, and I had millions of potato slips, but it was they didn't do too good in my yard by the time I got them planted. And the ones I bought this year from around here, they never did produce a slip, so I threw them away. Yeah, don't worry about Anthony. I'm sure he's fine. He's a cop. He's fine. Yep, sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. In fact, I think my next recipe, I'm going to have some sweet potatoes of some kind in it. Well, thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you came back to my live. Gladys still comes in, but she's probably sleeping this late. Don't even know I'm live. Yeah, if he's a cop. He said he was a cop. We don't know. Yeah, evidently it was a friendly ghost because it didn't do anything bad, did it? It just let them know that they were there by opening the cabinets or the drawer. It doesn't sound like they were throwing and breaking things or causing problems other than just letting them know that they were in the house. Yeah, evidently, because when I pulled them out, there was one little sweet potato about that long. And I said, oh my goodness, I should have left it. I may have had one sweet potato, but I don't have any planted this year. But I've got, was it about 8 grow bags of white potatoes growing. There's Gladys. I guess I woke her up. She knew I was talking about her. Yes, we missed you. Melissa's been asking about the old gang, and you're one of the old gang. You've been with my lives ever since I first started going live. There's a guy in town that makes my favorite pickled garlic, and it's my favorite snack with HEB cheese. Wow. I like the garlic cheese. You know, you can get the garlic and herb cheese. You can get the onion cheese. You can get just regular cheddar cheese. And I like the garlic and herb cheese or whatever they call it. It is so good. And I love the onion, the green onion cheese. Melissa says, I see Gladys all the time. Really? Where do you see her? I know Gladys gets around. She goes to a lot of lives. She spends her day going in and out of people's lives, saying hello to everybody. Thank you, Gladys. True loyal friend there. I've never tried garlic bologna. I don't know if I'd like it or not. Yep, here, there, and everywhere. I can remember Gladys asking to be your mod. It's delicious. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look for it. Maybe try it. I haven't even eaten bologna in a long time of any kind. I didn't even know they had garlic bologna. I'll have to look at that next time I go to the store. In fact, I need to go pretty soon because I'm out of a few things. Oh, that's the only way I eat usually bologna is to put it in the pan and fry it. I got it at Walmart. Well, that's usually where I buy groceries, so I'll take a look in there when I go. I can eat bologna once in a while if it's real thin sliced, but I'm not crazy about it. They're kind of like some hot dogs. I have to burn them to eat them. Now, the Oscar Mayer all beef weenies, I will eat. I love those. Or the Oscar Mayer weenies with cheese or whatever they call them. They're pretty good. I forgot about bologna. Hello, that kind you pull that red strip off of. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's the bologna. It's got the little red strip around it you pull off. Because when they slice it, it's in a long log. And it's encased in that red covering. And they just slice it thin and it leaves that covering around each slice. And you pull that off, you don't eat it. Deli, you get your deli bologna. That's so satisfying, taking off the red strip. I never thought about it that way. Now, no, you have to go to the deli at Walmart and ask for it. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. Garlic bologna is great smoked like brisket. I get it at HEB. Huh, I didn't know that. I cannot handle Vienna sausages. I'm sorry. I'll eat potted meat or deviled ham all day long, but Vienna sausages, no. I tried those one time, and oh, to me, they were gross. Gladys says, I'm going to be 80 and I can't believe it. I'm happy. You grew up eating them? When I worked in Fort Worth on the sales floor, there was times this one woman that worked there, she'd be in the bathroom at the sink washing her Vienna sausages to eat them for lunch. She'd take them in there with the open can, and she'd hold that can under the faucet and run water in there and wash all that liquid out of the can and rinse her weenies off, and she'd put them back in the can, take them to her desk, and she'd eat them for lunch. She said, I like Vienna sausages, but I don't like all that stuff in the can with them. I thought to myself, I can't handle the Vienna sausage itself. It's the answer, smoky mountain oysters. What? I don't want mountain oysters either. I can eat Vienna sausages bathed in hot sauce, but not plain. I don't want them anyway. I sure will, Gladys. I'm weird. I don't take food into the bathroom. Well, she either had to take it in there, or there was nowhere for her to wash her Vienna sausages off at, because the bathroom was the only place that had a sink with water. She didn't take them in the stall with her. She took them to the sink and washed them off. I just thought that was gross. I wouldn't eat them. No. Washed or off or not washed, I'm not eating them. What kind of hammer are you guys buying for Easter? What are you talking about, hammer? You don't take food and drink into the bathroom. Well, she did. Was no other way for her to wash them. She could have opened the can and washed them at home and put them in a little baggie, I guess, and brought them to work and then eat them, but she didn't open the can until she got to the bathroom and had it under the sink to wash them. Ham, I think. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward fried chicken. All I keep thinking about is fried chicken, and I don't need fried chicken, but I love it. Have y'all heard of washing your meats? What in the world? I do some meats now, but chicken I don't want to wash, because then you're contaminating your sink, your counters, and everything else. Whatever germs are on that chicken is already washed off, or it'll be killed in the frying pan or the pot. Still bathroom water. You're right. I don't want to take mine to the bathroom to wash it. That's for sure. Janice says, I put my drink outside the bathroom door and pick it up after I'm done. Going to a niece's house for Easter. I'm taking Watergate salad. Are we really talking about washing wieners in the bathroom? Yeah, exactly. She washed her wieners in the bathroom. It was the only place for her to wash them at. When is Easter? I forgot. Easter's right around the corner, isn't it? It's the 20th of this month. So we got 2 weeks. And Gladys's birthday is on the 18th. That's on a Friday before Easter Sunday. Yep, it's on the 20th, and Gladys's birthday is the 18th, the Friday before that. Watergate salad, what's that? This is the only meat I washed in it. A Good Friday birthday. Winter's my mind wandering. I hate that salad. I don't know what a Watergate salad is. I like that 7-layer salad. Oh my God, that's awesome. But I'm going to have to look up a Watergate salad. See if I can find one. Watergate salad recipe. Now that looks good. Oh my God. There's a picture of a Watergate salad, y'all. It looks like whipped cream and pecans. Let's see what goes into it. Jump to recipe. No, I don't want to print it. I want to read it. 1 can of crushed pineapple. 1 package instant pistachio pudding mix. You got 1 1/3 cups of marshmallows. 1/3 cup chopped pecans. Plus more to sprinkle on top. 1 container of Cool Whip. That sounds like it's a winner to me. In fact, I was going to try to print it, but my printer must be... If I don't pretty soon plug this in, the battery's going to be completely dead on it. Now let's see. My husband loves Ambrose. Yeah, that Ambrose salad's good too. You can't eat anything Jello. But oh my God, that's nothing but whipped cream, pistachio, pudding mix, marshmallows, pecans. Tamara says gag. No. But it sure looks good. I have to write that down. I may want to try one of those. I got so many things that I've come up with I want to try. I don't know if I'll ever get around to all of them. And it looks like it's so easy to make. That ambrosia salad is real good too, and it's not that hard to make. Your mom made it at Christmas every year, Jana? That sounds nice. You can even add, yeah, oranges if you want. Yeah, it's more of a dessert than a salad. It's a whipped topping. Yeah, cherries is good in it too. I'd like cherries, all kind of fruit in mine. It'd be real good to put fruit cocktail in it. You know, drain all the liquid out and mix the fruit cocktail up in it. Yeah, but you probably don't even know there's pudding in there when it's all mixed up. Your mom only made things that came out of a box. Well, that's okay. Some stuff that comes out of a box is darn good. No fruit cocktail. Cherries is good in anything. Sure. I tried your onion patties. They turned out greasy. What kind of oil did you cook them in? And maybe you didn't have your grease hot enough. Because mine didn't come out greasy. If you have the oil hot enough, it cooks them fast enough that the grease doesn't soak into them that much. And then when you take them out, you put them on a paper towel to drain. Mine didn't come out greasy at all. I mean, no more than an onion ring. Oh, I don't think I'll ever master bread making. My mom was a master at bread making. Any type of bread, rolls, you name it, my mom could make. I'm not that good at it. I don't know what I do wrong. I have had issues with food ever since I was little. My ear is itching. Oh, you're a diabetic, Ruth. Veggie oil. I always use olive oil with mine or grapeseed oil, and it can go at a high heat without burning anything. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know. But like I said, I fry mine with the grease hot enough that it fries them really quick and it don't soak up a lot of grease. In fact, I've been wanting me some more onion patties. I love those things. I'd rather have them to have onion rings. And I love onion rings. But my onion patties taste better, I think. Well, you probably don't know some ingredient that your mom put in her salmon patties. Maybe you don't know all the little ingredients that she put in hers. Yeah, I love homemade bread, rolls, biscuits. You make all your own bread products. I haven't purchased any for 2 years. Good for you, Tamara. That must mean you're a good baker. Squash fritters are real good. I make them too. Salmon patties are now on your list to do. I don't know. He's probably sleeping. You know, he said he sleeps at odd hours, short times, and then he wakes up and he's up all night. So he might be napping right now, or he may be watching a movie and don't even know I'm live. Wilson too. He hasn't been in here. Oh, rated RJ got him a new fancy dream comfy bed. You don't want to get out of it. Well, I don't blame you. My bed's not new, but it's comfy, and I don't want to get out of it in the morning either. She baked them. Hmm. Yeah, if I can keep the old squash, uh, what do they call them? Squash bugs, squash borers, or whatever they call away from mine, I might have some. But about the time mine start producing, them old squash borers get into them and kill the whole plant. And nothing I put on them or in them or put on the soil as they're growing kills those things. I used to could get something when I planted the plants. I'd spray with that stuff, soak the ground in it good. I never had one problem with those squash borer bugs or the things that get on and kill the vine. Never had a problem with it. And a couple of years ago, I went in to buy some to plant my garden that year, and they pulled it off the shelf. You can't get it anymore. And nothing I have found since then helps keep them away. I've got mine covered right now, most of them. Some of them I don't, that's on this side of the house. But I know I've got to take that cover off, the netting off, when they start blooming, or they're not going to get pollinated unless I can pollinate them by hand. Well, I've got winter squash planted too. I don't know if it'll do anything. And I've got the patty pan squash, the scalloped white, kind of roundish, flat squash. I got some of that planted this year. I hope it just produces me some squash. All right, Rated RJ, enjoy your new bed. Well, that's what I kind of did with where I got them planted in 4 different totes out here to see if it'll make any difference. But if those bugs fly by and they lay eggs on your plant, it's going to start killing your plant from the inside out. And there's not a thing you can do about it. That's why they're covered right now. But I've also heard that those worm borer bugs or whatever they are don't come around your plant until they start blooming. The blooms attract them, and then they'll fly by and lay eggs and go about their business, and those eggs get into the vine and it kills the plant. But when I planted them and used that one garden spray years ago, oh my God, I had the prettiest cucumbers, squash, zucchini you've ever seen in your life. And I was never bothered with any type of bug or worm or anything else on my plants. And I cannot find that stuff now. They don't sell it here. And I don't know why. It was a Bayer product, which is supposed to be real good, so I don't know. I planted spaghetti squash one year too. I love spaghetti squash. Place a bug zapper by those they bother. Yeah, but they'll get in there somehow. And once they lay eggs on the stem of the plant, just well kiss your plant goodbye. Somebody zapped Ronald McDonald. Well, put him in timeout for as long as you can put him in. Somebody, please. Yes, there is. Go to your three dots over on the right, next to his name. I can't do it on. I got another one. I got Wendy's here. Yeah, we got the trolls. I have nothing better to do. I was able to do it on my camera over here where the chat comes up, but it's kind of hard. We had a Ronald McDonald and then a Wendy's. They're going by restaurant names, fast food joints. I saw it being typed out, not allowed. I don't know why they do that. They have nothing better to do. They'd be better off if they just come in and acted nice and chatted with everybody. But they can't do that. They got to be ugly. You know what kind of kids they are, don't you? They're the ones that stay in trouble all the time. And they're the ones that end up getting in jail for doing bad stuff. Because it's not in their nature to do good things. TTT Mall says, why? Some chicken leftovers from yesterday with last Christmas mac and cheese. What? I think we got another one in here. We got bad box. Bad biox. We got KFC in the house. He's be gone now. Get a life, KFC. Oh, now we got Dairy Queen. Probably so. Oh, that sounds good, Jackie. A pot of butter beans with ham in crock pot. Dropped it and butter beans with ham. Oh, no. I'm sorry, because that sounded like it would have been really good. Oh, my gosh. Now we got Taco Bell. Got Caleb in the house. Hello. Welcome. We're up late tonight, so it's early morning for you, I know. You know they're all friends. They're going by all fast food places, KFC, Jack in the Box, Wendy's, Ronald McDonald. Yeah, they need to get a life. Oh no, there's Costco. Bye, Costco. I don't know what they're doing. But they're not going to stay in my chat to do it because I zap them. I'm doing great other than these trolls coming into my live trying to say ugly stuff. Oh, 4 Mexicans. I'll say good night to them, Tamara. I'm not going to say good night to my live. That's what they want me to do. They want to shut my live down, and I'm not going to let them do it. Yep, same person, probably just changing the name. Yep. Ruth says, good night, too sad to be in chat. Well, I'm sorry, Ruth, if you're leaving. I mean, they need to just grow up and get a life. You have a good night, Ruth. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to just shut down my live. And if I do that every time some of these trolls come in, they'll keep doing it just to keep me from going live. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. I know, Gladys. Well, thank you, Caleb. TTT Mall, it's the trolls coming in, leaving these comments. That's why she was going to leave. And there's our dream. Hello. Hey, welcome to chat. All I do is chop up a big old onion. I put about a half a cup of flour, half a cup of cornmeal. I put an egg in there. I put a little bit of garlic salt and paprika, salt and pepper. Mix it all up and drop it into the pan. Well, you got to add milk or water. And I just add enough water or milk, either one, to get it mixed up, but not real runny. I'm originally from North Carolina. I live in Texas right now. There you go, Tamara. We are the champions. But I mix it up almost like I'm going to make hush puppies, only I chop up that whole onion in there. I want more onion in there than I do the batter. Well, thank you, Caleb. You as well. You stay sweet, and best wishes to you. Stay safe and stay happy. Oh, I love the fried onion patties. They taste just like onion rings, even better, and they're so easy to make. What's a hush puppy? It's cornbread in a little roll that you fry. It comes out like a little fried dumpling. You've never had a hush puppy? I love cut up a little bit of onion in my hush puppies when I make them too. I made hush puppies in the fish video that I just did this past week. Go look up my fish dinner video that I just posted this past week, a couple of days ago, and you'll see hush puppies in that video. I made hush puppies in there. I know, I love little hush puppies. They're good. And if you put up enough cut up onion in that hush puppy mix, you'll end up with fried onion patties. Like an onion ring. They're even better. Well, pretty soon they will. The warmer the weather gets, the closer the time comes that they're going to start walking. And you'll notice that you'll see the little bulge at the bottom of the stem close to the ground, and it'll gradually work its way up to the top and burst open. Yeah, I love them with tartar sauce too. You just eat them like you do a biscuit or a piece of bread. You usually fix hush puppies when you fry fish, have a fish dinner or something. You fry hush puppies as your bread. Oh, I love onion too. I love my onion burgers. You know, I did a video on onion burgers here, I don't know, what, about 6 months ago? We didn't have a Long John Silver's in my little town. Didn't have any fast food places at all. Didn't even have any restaurants when I was little, growing up. They got a restaurant in that town now, but it's just one privately owned little restaurant. It's nothing big. It's not a chain. You have to drive 15, 20 miles away to even get to a McDonald's or Burger King or any of those places. Gladys, you've never had hush puppies. Well, get your boys to make you some. They probably never fry fish for you either. They probably buy it already made. And the next time, if you do order fish, if you do ever order it sent in, order the hush puppies that go with it, and you'll see they're good. And everybody makes them a little bit different. So some are better than others. Bubba Grumps has hush puppies with green onion and shrimp in them. That sounds real good. I put the onion in mine, but I don't have the shrimp that I put in there. But that would be good because I love shrimp too. Never had hush puppies. Well, you need to change that, Gladys. Tell those boys to make you some hush puppies. You're 40 minutes away from a fast food restaurant. Yeah, some sweeter than the others because I add sugar to mine a little bit most of the time. Some people don't. It all depends on the seasonings you put in them, whether or not you put a little bit of sugar in them, whether you put onions in them, garlic powder, all that stuff. It makes a difference. And I planted these bush beans in with my strawberries. And since this weather's been like this, those beans have started to grow like crazy. And I'm beginning to wonder if I made a mistake by putting them in there. Because I read where it says that they're good, I can't get that one. Where is he? For yeah, you'd be gone now. I just got rid of you. You grate your, yeah, for hush puppies, you want them cut up real small. They're not the greatest cooks. Well, they'll learn, Gladys. There's better food in the South than the Northeast. Yeah, I think so too, Joanne. Well, they got good food up north too, like pizza and spaghetti and roasts. Oh my God, my grandmother could make some really good roasts, Irish stew. And I remember going out to get some of the best New York style pizza you could ever put in your mouth up there when we lived there. They had good Chinese restaurants I remember going to as a kid. In fact, I might fix hush puppies with my next thing I cook for my video. I don't know yet. I want more time spent with you, but in Pakistan, it is early morning going off office to work. Well, you have a blessed day at work, Caleb. Be safe. Be happy. And we'll see you next time when you have time to, just pop in and say hi. But enjoy your day at work. I know, Jana. Some people just have nothing better to do with their time than to be ugly and get in trouble. That's why there's cops and jails out there. It's probably a bunch of kids. They think they're being funny. It's almost 11 o'clock p.m. here. We've been on, what, for almost 2 hours? Well, in like 1 minute we will be. I'm in the process of showing my grands that not everything comes from a box. There you go, TTT Mall. Same here, Gladys. God bless everyone in this chat. Amen. Well, we have been on for 2 hours. I guess we should give everybody a break. Let Caleb go to work. Let other people go to bed and go to sleep. And the other people that aren't going to go to bed to sleep or go to work, do whatever they're going to do. I'm glad y'all could come in to chat. You sure lifted my spirits for the night. I'm in a better mood now. So I'm going to let y'all go. You have a blessed night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And I'll see you next time. I have to get clothes out of the washer into the dryer, so I'll say night all, sleep good. You too. All of you have a blessed night, sleep good, and I'll see you next time. Love all of you. Bye now.